Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the constant of some of the most electric crowds in all of the Cougars. Return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this
speed, he can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
What a great way to start this game, and one of the reasons this defense has been one of the most don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Dukes. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David,
makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. It's 3rd down.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
Another incompletion. Found a little run room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So James Madison's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Back to pass, it's Washington. They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Dukes will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. How about this? Their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. To the ground with the back. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. So from
last possession didn't go great. Now you're...
He might have gotten way too greedy there, held it too long, and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss.
A nice job defensively, too, not giving up on the play, right? You didn't sack him initially, but guys were still in hot pursuit and chasing. And this front seven defensively, they've got a lot of speed and athleticism, and they're able to stay on.
Oh, look out. There he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, James Madison. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I am a great play caller when I can...
Much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. They'll try to power their way ahead. Dances away from one. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Got it in the middle. It's Blunt. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And they will score. Touchdown, Cougars. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Crosses to 35. Nothing but green ahead. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. Open space at the 25. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well give it to him again. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. To the air, it's Washington. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Virginia Tech delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Logan Thomas, Tyrod Taylor, and the great Michael Vick used to do it. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. BYU right back to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down. He finds his man. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. Looking to move it through the air. Zings it complete to the right. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. From the red zone, looking for a space. The throw. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Wow, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Oh, the kicker's on the run. And they're not going to pick up the first down on the fake field goal. Boy, you look smart when it works out, but when it goes awry, you are left to second-guess yourself. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to run it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time. Speed in college football and running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a 4th down.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off. Energize this squad going into halftime.
As they line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Fires the pass, intercepted.